Welcome back to Perspective Entertainment, the newest Black Center entertainment-based show. Today, it's just me. You know, my good girl Arlette's not feeling the hottest right now, so I gotta just cover in for her, have her energy. So hopefully she gets better. But today, I have my boy Vic here, who is the brand owner of Confounders. I'll give you a little round of applause for myself.
Appreciate it, bro.
Clap, clap, clap. So your brand Confounders, right? What do you want to gain out of this?
Okay, so my brand Confounders got a lot of questions about like the meaning of confound, and because people usually like confuse it with like co-found or something like that, but Confounders basically means to like stray away from being like wearing a mask. Like I feel like nowadays people like to put on a mask in society, like especially with like social media and stuff like that. So confound, by its definition, means to break free or like to confuse somebody with your actions, and it's basically like a self-expression thing. So if you want to like be this way, you shouldn't feel like you're in a box. You shouldn't feel like you're in a box to stay a certain way because somebody perceives you a certain way.
So yeah. With all that being said, like what was like the whole inspiration behind it? Like, did you feel like you were in a box? Because you were saying like you don't want to, have a mask on. Did you feel like you had to break free of that, or like what was the whole beginning part of that?
I will say, growing up, my upbringing I'm from Queens. I'm from Jamaica, Queens, and usually in there, everybody's like in the city in general. I feel like the city's very like with the trend, and like I feel like especially when you're in like elementary school, middle school, like you're usually shamed for doing things outside of the normal. So I would say I did feel like I was in a box a little bit because I was a little different from kids in my grade. I had different interests with different things. Like I was into anime earlier on. I was into like, stuff that a lot of kids was not into. And I remember feeling like I was kind of in a box and like I couldn't fully be myself. But over time I realized that, it's important to, express myself fully and to be a creative kid that I've always wanted to be, and, go off and to delve into different creative endeavors. Like this is another creative endeavor that I've delved into. I didn't restrict myself because primarily I make YouTube videos and I make skits and I make like short films because I'm a cinema and screen studies major. So I'm just in love with like creating stories and making people inspired and interested and entertained.
So I kind of heard a little bit about anime. So of course, just a little off topic. You see my favorite anime. I'm just saying, it's a little basic. But what's your favorite anime? Just for a little quick, little off track.
Favorite anime? People will say this is basic, but Naruto is my favorite anime. That's my show. Like that's the one that really hooked me. My first few animes I ever watched was like I watched Death Note, which really got me into it more. But then once I watched Naruto and like I started to like resonate with his character, that's when I was hooked on anime for real.
I swear, I was just gonna ask you like if any anime or Naruto had to do anything that you had to do with starting this brand. So I was kind of gonna get there at this point. So do you think any TV show or anything like helped you create this brand?
There's a lot of different influences on creating this brand because like I'm just in love with stories in general. Like I'm a cinema and screen studies major, so I'm just in love with like stories that compel people. And that actually ties into the name of this brand job. Is bad choices create good stories, right? So I was in love with this show called Breaking Bad, and I feel like it's a very well-known show.
In love with the show, like
yeah,
not many people know it. I feel like that's pretty.
Yeah, I was in love with Breaking Bad. I started watching First time I watched Breaking Bad, I was 16, and I was just in love with it. I don't know what had me hooked on the show, but I just kept watching Breaking Bad. I probably watched Breaking Bad like 8 times. And you might say, what does that have to do with creating a clothing brand?
How do you watch Breaking Bad 8 times? Isn't that like 40? How many episodes is that? I swear it's like over 300.
It's not that much. It's not that much, honestly. There's only like 5 seasons of Breaking Bad. So yeah, it's not the seasons are not that long either. So yeah, I watched Breaking Bad a lot, and what compelled me is that this is basically the story of a guy that like he realizes that he has cancer, right? And he decides this is the time I'm gonna like, from getting that diagnosis, he realizes that I'm gonna step up and live life how I was supposed to always live life, because he's a chemistry teacher, but he also started a business with his friends that he left because he was feeling too egotistical and he felt like he was getting shut out of it. So he left it, and he went off and became a high school chemistry teacher, and he felt like he was confined to a box. And after he got his diagnosis, he decided to wake up and live his true potential. And a series of bad choices happened, and that's the story of Breaking Bad. Yeah.
So I truly do see like the whole inspiration behind everything. But we're gonna have to come back to that after this next break. Okay. So yeah, once we get to that, you know what it is.
Got you, got you.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it. Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
Welcome back. You know who I am. This is my boy Vic once again. So the first thing I want to ask you is, how do you feel like you're supported on campus, off campus, and with everything regarding this brand?
Regarding my brand, I feel like I've been supported very immensely by my peers. I'll shout out Justin, who is, I think, the founder of this.
Hold on, let's throw to that picture real fast. We got Justin sitting in the car, black shirt. Ooh, hold on. Is that our old co-host right there? You can keep talking. You can keep talking.
Yeah, Justin really helped me a lot in encouraging me to, like, you know, really delve into the brand and, like, you know, fully express what the brand could be.
Shout out to my boy Justin.
So shout out to Justin for sure, and I'm happy to be on the show because, you know, this is one of his creative pursuits. So I'm thankful to him, and I've gotten a lot of support from him. He's already got one of these beanies that's sitting here. A lot of my friends, I've gotten a lot of help from Oswego BSU. Shout out to BSU and AA Men on campus. They've really supported me in, like, getting my brand out there to, like, people that are on campus and, like, letting them know about it and stuff. So yeah, and I've also had I had a pop-up shop that I did.
Oh my God, that's the tough picture.
That
Who
is a
took
tough
these
picture.
pictures?
I think it was Jordan took these pictures. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to them. Yeah.
Do you think, I mean, obviously I know, like, do you think you sell more back at home or do you think you sell more here?
I would say it's 50-50, honestly, because my friends in the city help me a lot with what they do. When they see that I drop something, they instantly, like, get on it, you know. And shout out to my good friends back home in the Queens. Definitely will tap in as soon as I drop something. So.
Do you think, so out of both your drops, right? Because of course we got the beanies on the screen right now. If you put a little beanie in front real fast, boom, boom. I feel like these beanies are real tough. Like, what inspires you to just lean off of, like, shirts and then beanies? Like, what was, like, the transition like?
I just like to kind of like challenge myself a little bit. Like I feel like t-shirts, okay, I can do t-shirts, but let's see if I can, make a hat or, make something different, because I feel like, people are used to like graphic t-shirts. I want to like challenge myself and see how much better I can make beanies, and I can come back to making t-shirts and, see how much I've improved with, just making beanies, because beanies are like more simplistic than t-shirts. So, maybe going back to the basics will teach me something about, going back to making t-shirts. So, yeah.
So might be a little federal, but what's the average cost of these beanies? You feel me? What's the average cost?
These beanies are ranging from $15 to $20. I had them on sale this past weekend for $15, and but regular sale price they're $20 per beanie. So if you wanted to get one, you can just grab one. Head on to confounders.shop and grab you a beanie. We got 2 different flavors here that you've seen. We got the this is called the Desires beanie.
There's a video real fast. I know that's a banger.
Yep. Yeah.
Did you film this yourself?
Yeah, I filmed that not just by myself. Shout out to my friend Dylan as well. He's another friend I have on campus that's in my major. So yeah, he's helped me take some of these photos and shots that you've seen in the drop. So shout out to Dylan.
So of course, I know you had a few drops altogether, but which do you think is your absolute favorite drop?
My absolute favorite drop, I will say my first drop. So right now it's my favorite because for the first time dropping those t-shirts, those white and t-shirt that you saw Justin wearing before, it was just a new experience to me, and like creating something that people like is always a good feeling to me. So yeah, my first drop was just a euphoric feeling, just to make clothes for the first time and have people like what I'm making and wanting to asking me about when I'm getting some more or when they can buy, or so I'll say my first drop is special to me.
Did you ever go through like an insecurity of maybe people won't like my clothes, maybe people will love my clothes, maybe they won't have enough money to get this stuff going, or did you ever have just pure confidence the whole way through?
I would say pure confidence, because I feel like that's what Confounders is about. Confounders is about fully expressing yourself to the max. Like, you're not waiting for anybody, you're not really looking at anybody's opinions, but you're doing what you feel like is right and what is true to yourself. So that's what, I had full confidence in myself and, the love I was gonna get.
All right, so if you got full confidence, do you think, I'm not gonna have you do it right now, but what's going on in the future? What do you think will be your next wave of merchandise? Do you think you'll ever dip into sweatpants or hood? Do you have hoodies?
We don't have hoodies as of yet. I'm definitely leaning towards making those in the future, and this upcoming winter, towards the end of this year, definitely gonna get into hoodies. Overall, in general, I'm heavily inspired by Virgil and Kanye, so I will say I'll probably be making random pieces. I'll make outerwear, I can make jean jackets, I'll make flannels, I'll make all different types of stuff, just to challenge myself and challenge design and see what I can come up with, because I just have a passion for doing this. So whichever way it goes, I'm down. Whatever catch my eye.
Yeah, I do want to come back to that pop-up shop that you had though. What was that experience like? Having your stuff be recognized for a pop-up shop.
I will say I was really flattered, and I was really happy about being featured in the pop-up shop, and to bring stuff to the campus and have people enjoy. Can you ask the question one more time? You said
what did I say? It was something along the lines of what was that experience like on the pop-up shop? Did you feel enjoyed that people recognized your stuff to invite you there?
I was extremely excited for the pop-up shop. I just enjoyed that people really I feel like people really came and supported me and supported the brand and supported the vision. I explained to them what the brand was, and people flocked towards it, and it's a brand that a lot of people resonate with. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah.
I'm not here to make any type of beef within clothing. But
Yeah.
of course, we already had our boy Jalen on there with Visma. Is that how you say it, Visma?
Yeah.
We got my boy Naheem with his, what was it?
Prosper to Live.
Prosper to Live. So do you think you would ever like, try to collab with them, or do you think like, I would just ask that. Do you think you'll ever collab with them?
No, for sure. I would definitely collab with them. Those are my good friends as well. So I would definitely collab with them if they're willing to. You just got to get the logistics sorted out. But I would definitely collab with them. They have very cool stuff and they're expressing themselves creatively. So we can combine and make something great.
Okay. So in that case, do you like? I'm not trying to like be messy or whatever. Like I'm cleaning that up now. But do you think like stuff that they do for their brand you can like chip off of, or like if you see them that they're doing something wrong, do you like try to correct that within yourself, or is it all just a natural experience for you and you don't look at outside sources?
Nah, I don't really look at outside sources too much. I don't really see anything wrong in what they're making. If they feel like it's something like they don't like, I wouldn't even look at it like it's a mistake. I'll look at it as purposeful, obviously, if they're putting it out. So I wouldn't say it's a mistake if that's what they chose to put out. I support what they're doing and supporting their artistic vision. So I won't say anything is wrong with it. I just feel like it's a natural progression.
So with that also being said, what do you think your favorite experience throughout this whole thing is? Like, did you just find love in making the design? Did you just find love with people supporting you, or what's that like?
I will say my favorite part about it has to be just the creative effort, like just getting it made and the design. Like I like putting a story into a design. Like I like when it's like Easter eggs within a design. Like where is this from, or when some people can recognize it, it's pretty cool. Like for example, like these beanies. This design is actually from. Have you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, Margaret Robbie's character. This is actually a silhouette of her when she was talking to Jordan Belfort. They were talking to each other at a dining table, and they were basically having this discussion about are we going to be friends or are we not going to be friends? And the whole suggestion of the conversation is that they're obviously not going to be friends because there's too much tension there. So I just thought it was cool, and it ties back into the story. The premise of this drop was bad choices make good stories, and we don't really watch on television like good choices. Like, okay, he picked up this trash and put it inside the garbage. End of day. You hear about like somebody blowing up a car or something crazy going on, and it's something that's cool. So
that is facts.
That's what the job is about. So yeah.
So what do you think your least favorite part of everything is? Do you feel like it's time consuming? How do you balance everything out?
The least favorite part would have to be communicating with manufacturers, because manufacturers will sometimes like play with your money. Like, it's already hard enough to save up to get a drop made, but sometimes the manufacturers really don't care. And especially with these beanies are actually supposed to come out about a month earlier, but the shipping and communicating with the manufacturer, they just took a very long time. Obviously won't be working with that manufacturer anymore, but it just took longer than it was supposed to be, and I don't like communicating. I usually like to get things moving quickly, and sometimes they just like to delay things and take their time, and I don't like that. So I'm honestly trying to get my own stuff to get made, like a heat press to make my own t-shirts and stuff like that, and just the machines to make more clothes myself.
So is there a website that you use to send to the manufacturers, or do you just?
Yeah. If anybody's interested in creating clothes, I feel like this is the most easiest time to create a brand or create anything if you want to. Everything is online. So the one website that I did use was called Alibaba.com, and you can basically outsource to companies that's overseas in China, Pakistan, and all these places where you can they have warehouses where they can create beanies or hoodies or t-shirts or denim jackets. They create everything. So you can just head on to Alibaba.com. This is not sponsored, by the way. You're not paying me for this, but yeah.
All right, man. So I feel like this was a good little yap session that we had again.
Of course, yeah.
So we're gonna head out to break. We'll be back very shortly.
Yeah.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West 1st Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see?
All these clubs are looking.
They're looking for me.
There's hockey,
There's improv,
so much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassment's free. Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see? There's no room for us. There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Welcome back to Perspective Entertainment. Once again, I'm Paris. It's my boy Vic, and we're gonna get straight into more just the fashion world of this whole thing. So of course, fashion has changed over most of a lot of the years that we've been alive. We only how old are you? 20?
21.
20. Oh my bad. That's still a lot. You know what I mean? So how do you think the culture of fashion has changed, and how do you think that ties into what you make?
Yeah, fashion has changed drastically within the last I feel like even last 5 years. Fashion has changed a lot due to social media. When we were growing up, early 2000s, baggy clothes was acceptable. What was it? Footsketball jerseys. People was wearing stuff like that. And now it's become more. I feel like it's more. It's like a very broad spectrum of things that people wear now. Nowadays, I can say with TikTok and stuff like that, and people seeing how people dress online, people have kind of fed into that. Lil Yachty dresses a certain type of way, he wears these baggy jeans, Timbs, colors that don't match, and people rock with that, and I can rock with that as well. Yeah, fashion is just taking a huge shift in the last 5 years, and this ties into my brand because I will say. I want my brand identity to be one of full expression. So this can be worn with anything. I want my clothes to be they're streetwear, but I want people to be able to mix it into anything else they wear, like their daily wear or athletic wear or however they see fit. I want people to get into that.
So with the baggy clothes of how we grew up, do you have a whole section for baggy t-shirts and then maybe more fit t-shirts, or do you just keep it one size?
I would say I stay kind of relatively in the middle. I do my t-shirts that came out, I did a slightly oversized, so they weren't crazy oversized, but they were in the middle, and I think I'll probably stay on that path for a little bit until maybe I get more money so I can create more stuff. But yeah, when I have more resources to create more stuff, I'll definitely look into making baggier stuff or slimmer stuff and stuff like that.
One request that I do have personally, I feel like if you make a whole little sweatsuit, I feel like that would go crazy. I don't care if you bite off at anybody, whoever you see. I feel like personally with the beanie, that would be the perfect winter drop. So if you want to look into that a little bit more.
I got you.
I don't know anything about making clothes and how long that process takes. So I feel like that would be a good little winter drop. Yeah. But on the fashion side of things, once again, do you think that in 5 years your brand will still be up the trend with everything that's fashionably going on, or do you think you'll have to change? Well, I mean, I feel like change is good, but do you think it'll change over time along with the fashion?
Yeah, I do believe my brand will change over time. Definitely, we'll go through phases. Right now, it's kind of in its beginning stages, and I've kind of kept the same aesthetic right now with like you see the faces and stuff like that, and you might be asking, oh, where are these faces from? But yeah, as I, you know, create more and develop more, I'm definitely willing to switch it up. I won't stay exactly the same, you know. Throughout people's careers, people change a lot. So just like Virgil and Kanye, they changed a lot throughout their careers and the stuff that they make. So
all right, so
they only do the same.
In your, what's the word for like fashion prime? What do you see your brand becoming?
Fashion prime, and it's fashion prime. I see it as a like a mogul and self-expression, and people that wear the brand are people that are like staples for like, you know, being yourself fully and not, you know, conforming to being a certain type of way or, you know, dressing a certain type of way. Like,
so you're trying to like, you know, really push that culture of, you know, coming out of your, you know, your shell a little bit.
Coming out of your shell and being exactly who you're supposed to be. So, yeah.
So for the culture side of things, how do you feel like, you know, your brand could, you know, influence people? I know you already said like, you know, you want them to come out your shell, but on an opposite note, how do you think your brand can influence people?
How my brand can influence people? Okay, so you mean like in the sense of like, okay, if I'm gonna wear this brand, like what do I think about myself if I'm wearing the brand?
Yeah.
Okay, so the average wearer of my brand is gonna think about themselves like, I am who I am, and I don't care what anybody thinks. So that's the baseline of my brand right there.
I like it. Honestly, I feel like with your brand, I feel like it's just like power to the people type of a brand. Because I feel like of course, there's going to be that side of, you know, oh, he's starting to, you know, he's in college trying to start a clothing brand. He's just going to, you know, try to get money. I feel like you, on the other hand, just take it a lot more serious than a lot of other people, you know, take it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot more like into it. Do you feel like you'll be successful going on?
Yeah, for sure. I have complete confidence that I will be successful in this brand, and my definition of success is not monetary. I don't look to make a certain amount, but I'm really looking to like just inspire people and with stories and, you know, bring people into fashion more. Because I wasn't necessarily the most into fashion as when I was growing up. I was more into like, you know, playing basketball and anime and stuff like that. But as I like started to look at people and how they express themselves, I got more into fashion, and I want people to get into fashion and look at themselves, why do I wear this, and why do I do this, and why do I do that? So, yeah.
Sadly, though, it seems like we are out of time.
And as we are out of time, I want you to pick which one you want for you.
You know, if I could put this on right now without all the crumples in it, I most definitely would. But you feel me? I appreciate you for being on the show.
Of course, bro. Of course.
You know, it was a great honor to have you.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Appreciate y'all for having me.
See y'all next time.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Shine on that black.
Look at the bling. Do we got a diamond tester on? Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10 out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
We're going to the playoffs.
I can't believe I missed that.
Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone.
What? I should take your phone away.
No. I'll call for a ride.
Hey, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
I'm gonna need that back.
No.
Kevin!